Hello again and welcome to another edition of Suds and Country. Hi, I'm Herb Suds and welcome to the show, my friends. Today we're in Oxford, New Jersey at the Shippen Manor and the Oxford Furnace site. And Andy's next to me. How you doing, Andy?
I'm doing fine, Herb. How are you?
We're doing great today. Tell us about the Shippen Manor and the Oxford Furnace and what the people can expect to see today.
Well, Herb, we're just really pleased that Warren County Suds and Country.
There you go.
What we're going to take a look at, I'm going to take you on a tour of Shippen Manor and the Oxford Furnace. Shippen Manor is right behind us here.
Right.
Shippen Manor was built in 1754 to house the iron master and his family, the fellow who was the superintendent of the iron making operation here in Oxford. And we're going to be taking a look at the furnace first, and then we're going to be going inside the manor. This is one of the crown jewels in Warren County's preservation efforts on the part of the Board of Chosen Freeholders and the Warren County Cultural and Heritage Commission. And we're really pleased that you're up here to take a look. So
Well,
let's go.
We're happy to be here. Well, Andy, we're standing here and the furnace is right behind us. The furnace has been here since 1741. Let's talk about it.
Well, certainly, Herb. The furnace has been here, as you say, actually it was built between 1741 and 1743. It's made out of native stone. What happened was, when they recognized that there was a tremendous amount of iron in the ground around here, the first thing they wanted to do was get that iron out of the ground and start building country. And what you see behind us here is what's left of the old Oxford furnace. It was stabilized over the years with these big iron bolts, and recently we've developed another stabilization program. And you might take a look at this, Herb, and say, gee, that's just a big pile of rocks. Why save something like that? Well, the fact of the matter is this furnace produced iron for the Revolutionary War.
Right. That goes back a few days.
Yes, it does.
Now, you're preserving it through, I read it where you excavated a lot of stuff out of it, you know, in
As a matter of fact, we did. Over the years, a tremendous amount of debris filled in the top portion of the furnace and eventually fell down inside. That all had to be cleaned out. And what we did was we analyzed the mortar, and we've actually come up with a mortar that correctly recreates the color and style of the original mortar used in the 1740s.
So you can point it up and nobody will ever know the difference.
That's absolutely right.
Behind us is a grist mill. Every town had a grist mill. And what was the purpose of the mill?
Well, the purpose of the mill, Herb, was to grind grain. All the area farmers had to have a place to come to have that done. And it wasn't just for feed, it was also for home use. This is where you're going to get your flour and your meal. And what you would have seen in the 1800s, Herb, you would have seen wagons parked right out front here. Would have been a big rope hanging down from the top. They would have hauled up the bags of grain, and back in those days there was a door up there, and it'd swing the grain through the door, and it would go through the process of cleaning and grinding level by level. Down at the bottom is where you bagged it up. That's where you put it back on the wagon.
There you go. Every farmer had to come here with the grain.
That's absolutely right. Now it provides grist of another kind.
It's a church now.
It's a church now.
It's a church now. We're inside the Shippen Manor, and we're in a kitchen that goes back to the 1700s. Andy, tell us more about this kitchen that goes back that many years.
Well, Herb, it's important to remember that Shippen Manor was not just the home for the Iron Master's family. It was kind of an 18th century corporate center. Iron making was a seasonal business. The workers lived in cabins around the property and were here through the spring, summer, and fall. Not only did the Iron Master and his family have their meals here prepared for them, but all of the workers who worked on the furnace and on the grounds had their meals prepared in a kitchen like this. And you can see this is a considerable fireplace. You can do a lot of cooking. You can prepare an entire meal just in this one fireplace alone. And you see a lot of the equipment or accoutrements that you would have in an 18th century kitchen. We're going to see a lot of things with long handles, forks, and ladles, because we don't want those ladies getting their sleeves too close to the fireplace, too close to the fire. See a lot of iron cook pots. And even many of the frying pans, even many of the cooking vessels themselves are going to have long handles, once again, so you don't get too close to that fire.
This is a working fireplace today?
Yes, it is. This is part of the restoration, and I have, in past years, past times, sampled meals prepared by some of our Shippen Manor volunteers right here. I've taken some of my best meals right in this kitchen.
There you go. I was going to ask, when was
Absolutely.
the last time somebody cooked there?
Quite recently.
Quite recently.
Yeah.
All right. We're upstairs here, and tell us exactly what room we're in. It's quite an impressive room.
Well, I think this is the crown jewel, if you will, of the Shippen Manor restoration. This room, Herb, is called the Victorian Parlor. And over the years, we've acquired a wide variety of artifacts dating to the mid to late 19th century. And just compare and contrast the elegant lifestyle suggested by this room compared to that 18th century kitchen you saw downstairs.
What a difference. Quite a room, I'll tell you. It's quite a room. And this is where the entertainment happened. basically.
Well, if you were
parlor.
going to listen to the organ,
Okay.
which you see over
Right.
here, if you're going to listen to the organ and somebody was around who could play that thing, and I think it's a complex device to operate, you've not only got to pump air into it, but you've got to have all those
Right.
levers adjusted just right. But yeah, if the family was going to entertain themselves or guests, this is the place you would do it.
Okay.
This is
Very
sort of
good.
showing off your best side by coming in this room.
Coming in
with
here,
all
huh?
Your good furniture, absolutely.
All right. That don't sound too bad. Looks impressive anyway.
Well, thank you.
Well, my friends, we're wrapping up this edition of Suds and Country here at Shippen Manor. And Andy, I want to thank you for being such a great guide. Where are we as we close up this show?
Well, this is our exhibit room, Herb. This is where we have a wide variety of artifacts related not only to the iron industry, but to the history of the manor itself. Okay. And we'd like to invite everybody to visit the manor on the first and second Sundays of every month from 1 to 4 p.m. And I'd also like to mention, if I may, our website.
Please do.
That's www.wcchc.org.
There you go. You can find out more about Shippen Manor and the Oxford Furnace by checking out your website. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay. What else? The hours are just, you said the first two Sundays.
1 to 4 p.m.,
Perfect.
first, second
Perfect.
Sundays of every month. And I'd just like to thank Suds and Country for making us a stop on your regional rounds.
There you go, on my road tour.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Hope
Thank
to see you
Andy.
again, Herb. Take care
Okay.
now.